I am here today to discuss the progress that we, as a department, have made with the consent decree implementation. As you know, we have been under a federally mandated consent decree for the last 5 years, and it is vital that we achieve our reform goals so that we can rebuild trust with the communities we serve. I want to emphasize that the consent decree is not about telling the department what we can't do. It is about laying out the pathway to what we can do in a constitutional and more effective way. The consent decree requires updates to policies, improved training, and the creation of systems of accountability so that BPD can become a self-assessing, self-correcting agency. There is a monitoring team which oversees the implementation and reports directly to a federal judge. The team includes experts in policing, civil rights, monitoring, data systems, project management, and related areas. The monitors assess and report on whether the requirements of the consent decree have been implemented, and they provide technical assistance to the city and the department in order to achieve compliance. The federal judge monitors, BPD, and members of the Civil Rights Division at the Department of Justice all work together to implement the changes required by the decree. One major takeaway of the consent decree is that in order for us to do the job the right way, we must invest in our members, training, create efficiencies in your work through improved technology and equipment. This includes revised curriculum, the addition of legal trainers and updated training facilities, including a new modern police academy. As for the technological improvements, we've implemented a new state-of-the-art records management system and learning management system. We've delivered updated computers and laptops throughout the department. Additionally, a new case management system and early intervention system are under development. None of these improvements to technology would be possible without the consent decree. In recent months, the federal judge has expressed support for the department's work in successfully implementing reform efforts and is now shifting the focus of the federal oversight effort to the assessment phase. The monitor's report clearly documents the overall progress the department has made in transformation and reform. It details progress made in each section and provides a scoring breakdown by paragraph. In that report, there are various ratings of progress given. Overall, the BPD has been able to successfully implement reforms on 83% of all paragraphs in the decree. These are paragraphs that have either demonstrated initial compliance or on track to doing so. That is phenomenal work. So I want to thank the Consent Decree Implementation Unit, which manages our internal efforts, and I also want to acknowledge the work of all of you in the department. Your adherence to new policies, the new training, the new culture of the BPD are what make these metrics possible. Great work. Because we are making such excellent progress, the Department of Justice and monitors are now able to shift to the assessment phase of the process. You may find progress reports and feedback forms at baltimorepolice.org/transparency. Thank you for your commitment and understanding as we continue to work together to improve the Baltimore Police Department by implementing the recommendations of the consent decree. By complying with the consent decree, we are showing the community and one another that we are taking the necessary steps to reform so that we can rebuild trust and build the systems of accountability to ensure that we can maintain that trust long into the future. Together, we are transforming the Baltimore Police Department into a modern, world-class law enforcement agency.